Alrighty, folks, it is Monday, June 12th, 2023. And I'm feeling great on a Monday morning because I'm now 8-0 in my last 8 extra daily bets on my website. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to take a look at the Braves at the Tigers, 6:40 p.m. East. This game's currently off the board. Charlie Morton possible for Atlanta. No confirmed starter yet for Detroit. But regardless of who hurls out the first pitch for the Tigers, these guys can't hit for shit. They're dead last in offensive runs per contest. They're going to have to face Charlie Morton, who's got a handful of wins on this season, along with an ERA in the 3s. Now, Morton's also been a big strikeout guy. Out of 69-plus innings of work, Morton's punched out 77 batters already. And even if Charlie stinks it up on the mound here today, he is backed by a top 3 hitting lineup. Ronald Acuna's got the 3rd highest batting average in the major leagues. He's also 5th in OPS. Meanwhile, Matt Olson's the club leader in homers and RBI. Vierling and Green are still out for the Tigers. Give me Atlanta getting the job done for some run line cash. Next matchup, Rockies, Red Sox, 7:10 p.m. East. Boston's minus 260, totals 9.5. James Paxton for Boston, Connor Seabold for Colorado. Now, Connor's recorded just 1 win on the season and has an ERA in the 5s. Now, these Rocky pitchers, they also can't pitch for shit. They're allowing more runs a game than any other staff in the National League. They're facing a Boston club who's the league leader right now in hits per contest at home. They're actually averaging double-digit hits a game at Fenway Park. Masataka Yoshida's hitting 300 at the plate. Alex Verdugo's got the most hits on the team. And even if the Bo Shocks struggle at the dish here today, lefty James Paxton, he's been real good on the mound in a handful of starts. He's actually fanned 36 batters in just 26 innings. And no real surprise here, Paxton's got himself an ERA in the 3s. And he has just 1 loss on the season. Now, Blackman, Crone, and Bryant are still out for Colorado. Elias Diaz is questionable. When it comes to the total, this depleted Rockies lineup, they're going to have a tough time touching home plate. They're also 21 and 11 to the under in their road trips. Now, Boston on the other side, they've gone 61% to the under against National League opponents. Give me Boston minus 1.5. Under 9.5 runs. Next matchup, Giants at the Cardinals, 7:45 East. San Francisco's minus $1.30, totals 8.5. Logan Webb for San Francisco, Matthew Liberatore for St. Louis. Now the Liberator has just 1 win on this season with an ERA in the 6s. These crappy St. Louis pitchers are also allowing more hits a game at home than any other franchise in the National League. Now, they're facing a San Francisco team who seems to only hit the baseball on the road. They are exclusive hitters away from San Francisco. The Giants are actually a top 5 run-producing team on the road in the National League. Thairo Estrada's the club leader in hits, and he's batting just about 300 at the dish. Meanwhile, J.D. Davis, he has the most RBI on the roster. And even if the Giants do have problems at the plate here today, Logan Webb continues to mow them down on the hill. Webb's got a 3.09 ERA and a 1.09 whip. And out of 84 innings of work, the righty's got 85 strikeouts. Now, injury-wise, O'Neill and Nootbaar are out for the Cards. St. Louis has gone 60% to the over against National League opponents at Busch Stadium. Give me San Francisco minus 130, over 8.5. All right, next contest I have for you. It is going to be Angels at the Rangers, 8:05 Eastern start time. Texas is minus $1.55, totals 9.5. Dane Dunning for Texas, Tyler Anderson for Los Angeles. And even though Anderson's 3-1 on the year, he's certainly done his teammates no favors getting those wins. He currently has an ERA of 5.62, along with a 1.60 whip. Now, as a team, the Angels currently have a losing record on the road. They're facing starting pitcher Dane Dunning, who's 5-1 with an ERA in the 2s. And no real surprise here, guys. Dunning's got himself a stingy 1.10 whip. Now, Dunning's also backed by the best hitting lineup in baseball. These guys are atop the major leagues right now in run production and hits per contest. Adolis Garcia has been an absolute RBI machine. He's got the second most RBI in the big leagues right now. Meanwhile, Marcus Semien is the club leader in hits. Now, Brad Miller's still out for Texas. Max Stassi still out for the Angels. LA's 61% to the over when they bat first. Meanwhile, Texas saw 5 out of their last 6 divisional contests at Globe Life Field get over. Give me Texas minus 155, over 9.5. All right, next matchup I have for you. It is going to be Reds at the Royals, and that'll be an 8:10 Eastern start time. Kansas City's minus $120, totals 9. Zach Greinke for Kansas City, Luke Weaver for Cincinnati, and even though Weaver hasn't been great, he does average just about a strikeout an inning. Plus, he is facing a Kansas City lineup who really can't generate any type of offense themselves. They're actually a bottom 3 run-producing team in the bigs. And out of 32 contests at Kauffman Stadium, the Royals haven't even reached double-digit wins yet. They're just 9-23 in their ball games at home this year. And if you think Zach Greinke can keep them in it, just keep in mind that the Royals just don't want to win for the guy. Greinke's only 1-6 on the year with an ERA of 4.59. Now, he is going to have to face a top 5 hit-producing lineup on the road. The Reds are averaging nearly double-digit hits a game in their travels. And, of course, a good amount of that is thanks to Spencer Steer, who's got the highest qualifying batting average in the lineup right now. Johnny Indy is also the team leader in hits. Now, Will Myers is still out for Cincy. Senzel and Fraley are also inactive. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, Kyle Isabel is inactive for them. Now, the Royals have seen plenty of unders in their interleague contests this season. They're actually 18-8 to the under against NL competition. That's good for nearly 70% in that particular category. Give me the Reds plus $1, under 9. Next contest, it is going to be Marlins at the Mariners, 9:40 Eastern first pitch. Seattle's minus $130, total 7.5. Bryce Miller for Seattle, Jesus Luzardo for Miami. Now, Luzardo's got a handful of wins on the year and a whole bunch of strikeouts. He's fanned 86 batters in just 73 plus. And no real shock here, the lefty's got an ERA in the 3s. Now, as a team, the Fish won 8 out of their last 9 ball games, and they've had little issue scoring runs in the process. Luis Arias is hitting a league-best .397. Jorge Soler's got the second most home runs in the big leagues as well. Now, they're going to have to face Bryce Miller, who has a .446 ERA, and he does not have a winning record on the season. Meanwhile, as a team, the Mariners lost 7 out of their last 10. They currently have a bottom 5 hit-producing lineup at home. Garcia and Chisholm are still out for Miami. And speaking of the Marlins still, they saw 6 out of their last 9 interleague road games stay under the total. Give me Miami plus $110, under 7.5. All right, next matchup I have for you should be a good one. It's the Phillies at the Diamondbacks, 9:40 p.m. East. Arizona's minus $115, totals 10. Tommy Henry for Arizona, Matt Strahm for Philadelphia. And even though Stram's been real good this year, the Phils have not traveled well whatsoever. They've gotten the W in just 13 out of 35 contests away from the bank. They also find themselves in the bottom 5 in the National League in runs per game on the road, having problems sending runners across the plate while traveling. Now, they're facing Tommy Henry on the mound, who's recorded only 1 loss this year in 45-plus innings of work. Of course, that's for the Diamondbacks. Now, the D-backs have also had little issue getting base runners. They have a top 5 hit-producing lineup in the big leagues. Corbin Carroll's the club leader in hits, batting average, and home runs. Meanwhile, Lourdes Gurriel, he has the most RBI in the lineup. Now, Arizona is currently on a 5-game winning streak, and they touched home plate 39 times during that span. Kyle Lewis is still out for Arizona. Alec Boehm questionable for Philly. 8 out of Philadelphia's last 10 meetings with Arizona did get over the posted total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. They also allowed nearly 6.5 runs a game in those 10 head-to-head meetings I just mentioned. Give me Arizona minus $1.15, over 10. And with that, guys, now it's time for our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be in that Rays Athletics game, 9:40 p.m. East. Tampa Bay is minus 265 on the road. Totals 8.5. Zach Eflin for Tampa Bay. James Caprillion for Oakland. Now, Jimmy's just 1-6 with an ERA in the 7s. The A's also have the worst record in the majors, and they're currently dead last in hits at the plate. They're facing Zach Eflin, who's been real tough to hit against this season. The righty's 8-1 with an ERA in the 2s. Now, Eflin's also averaging a strikeout an inning, and he has a sub-1 whip. And even if Eflin does struggle here today, he is backed by the best road-hitting lineup in baseball. The Rays average over 9.4 hits a game in their travels, which is currently a league best. Yandy Diaz, he's the club leader in batting average and home runs. Ike Paredes now has the club lead in runs batted in. Now, Oakland did see 6 out of their last 10 outings get over the total. Give me Tampa Bay minus 1.5, over 8.5 runs. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Atlanta Braves getting the job done for some run line cash. Boston minus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. San Francisco minus 130, over 8.5. Texas Rangers minus 155, over 9.5 runs. Cincinnati Reds plus $1, under 9. Miami Marlins plus $1.10, under 7.5. Arizona Diamondbacks minus $1.15, over 10. And with my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Tampa Bay Rays minus 1.5, over 8.5 runs. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you do end up signing up for my extra daily bet here today, just keep in mind you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to my daily best play absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Now, if you want to get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day, you're going to want to sign up for my chairman membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks the chairman package, it is a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to everything I produce. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube here today. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, guys, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.